Today I want to talk to you a little bit about when you get to the point where you're just frozen because you can't decide what it is you want to offer. I get it. It's a big decision and it's a place where a lot of people get stuck. Hey, I'm Tracy from Launch Tech Made Easy, and I love to help people move past the stuck places when it comes to setting up their launches so that they can finally get to that closed cart on a launch that they're proud of. Not only to make more money, but also to have more impact. You can find me at launchtechmadeeasy.com. So let's talk a little bit about that sort of analysis paralysis. And analysis paralysis rears its ugly head many, many times throughout the launch process. But at the very beginning, it's often just, what do I offer? Whether it's your full-blown course, or it's your landing page, or your lead magnet, or, there's so many things. You just don't know what you're going to put out there. So one of the things that I think is really, really easy to do is to test your idea by just putting it out into the social media platforms that you're in. If you don't know exactly what you want to offer, but you have a few ideas of some things that could work, post those ideas in Facebook groups that you're in. Ask your friends, ask people who are your ideal avatar, and see, is this something that you would be interested in getting from me? Especially talk to former clients that you've worked with. Another quick and easy way to do this is to create a variety of very fast lead magnets that touch on the different things that you are considering offering. Now, the general rule behind a lead magnet is you do want it to be very valuable, but where people get stuck is you also want it to be very quick to create on your end, and you want it to be a very quick win for the person who is receiving it. So that means, in theory, you should be able to create a landing page or a lead magnet as quickly as you can come up with the idea. Programs like Canva make this really simple. Create a template and then use that same template over and over and over again to try out different offers. I'll give you an example. When I first started in my business, I helped people with tech. I helped them with the different tech steps in putting together their, not so much their launches, but their email funnels. And I had a couple of different ideas of things that would be helpful to them. But what I did was I created a lead magnet in Word, just a Word doc that gave really great information, but it wasn't at all fancy. It just was the nuts and bolts of the information I wanted them to receive. I created a few of those, and then I asked people if they wanted them, and I chose the ones that got the most downloads. After that happened, then I put the time and energy into making them really pretty. Back then I had a graphic designer. Canva didn't even exist back then. I had a graphic designer create the one that I thought would be the best one for my business. And, I'm constantly revising it and tweaking it and changing it based on the ways that my business might change. So lead magnets can be a very, very good way to test out your offer, because if somebody doesn't want to get something free from you on the topic that you're planning to create a course or a membership on, chances are your course or your membership probably isn't going to go well either. And by just creating a quick and dirty lead magnet, you haven't put a lot of time and energy into something that you don't want to let go of later on. People talk about, I think they call it killing your babies, which actually, now that I say that, sounds terrible. But if you get too invested in something, it's really hard to give up on it later on, whether or not it's the right choice for you. So do something fast and easy, and then test the idea and see if it's going to work. The other thing you want to consider when it comes to trying to figure out what you're going to offer is, if you think about it too long, it's never going to happen. Choose something, test it out, and if you don't get the response that you thought that you were going to get, choose something else. Don't get stuck on coming up with the first idea, because rarely is your first idea going to be the idea that you stick with for the rest of your life. Amy Porterfield, for example, she is now very well known in the online marketing space for her digital course academy. But when I started following her way back at the beginning of both of our businesses, she taught people how to do Facebook ads. That was it. The group was so small that she could go into the Facebook group and she could personally comment on every single question we posted. And see where she's come now. I mean, she went from Facebook ads to then teaching about webinars that would convert, and then she taught people how to create their courses with courses that convert, and then she rolled them all into Digital Course Academy. She now has a membership, but she started out with Facebook ads, and gradually her business has changed along the years, and it's something completely different now. So what you choose now doesn't have to be your forever thing. It just needs to be a place where you can get your feet wet, start learning how things work, and open yourself up to other possibilities. So I hope that helps if you're struggling with, what do I create? How do I get started? Just choose something and start moving forward. I'm Tracy with Launch Tech Made Easy, and I look forward to hearing from you. If you need any help with your launching, especially if you're interested in my Get Launched 5-week boot camp, where we get all of your launch tasks completed in just 5 weeks. If you are interested, pop your name in below and I'll follow up with you. Thanks. Bye-bye.